Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Chaos Coasters UK, and welcome back to another theme park video. Now, if you did watch my other video, you'll be aware that I said in it that my next video uploading to the channel would be a theme park vlog. However, if you had read the comments a few days after it was uploaded, I did pin a new comment saying that due to delays on that trip, I'll be making this video instead. As you can tell by the title, it will be my top 10 favourite rides at Alton Towers Resort. Let's get straight into it. So Alton Towers is home to multiple different roller coasters, 10 overall, along with different rides and attractions of other types. And the good thing about it is that everyone has different opinions on everything. So if I rank something that you don't agree with, just don't get angry. Just let me know your opinions in the comments. I'm happy to hear them. But yeah, don't get annoyed if I put something lower than you want it or something higher than you want it. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so coming in at our number 10 spot, guys, I have put Jewel, the Haunted House Strikes Back, or originally known as Jewel, the Haunted House. Now, this is a haunted house ride where you sit in the car, powered around. This was opened in 1992 by John Wardley, and in 2003 it was converted into a shooter style train where you shoot the targets and get points, and it was converted from Jewel, the Haunted House, to Jewel, the Haunted House Strikes Back. Now, it's a good ride, although sometimes some of the effects aren't on. It's not up to standard. It could really do with some refurbishments, but overall it is quite fun. So yeah, Haunted House, Jewel, the Haunted House is at number 10. So coming in at number 9, guys, this is Hex, Legend of the Towers. This is a Vekoma Madhouse which was opened in 2000, and this is an excellent dark ride. I mean, they're quite unique, the way they do it, the gondola and whatnot, and the theme of it is amazing. The soundtrack is incredible. If you get a chance to search it up, it's a beautiful soundtrack. The ride is really nicely themed. It's not like it's a thrill ride or anything, everyone could go on it, but it's really enjoyable. So yeah, Hex, Legends of the Towers is in at number 9. So coming in at number 8, and this is where we start to this is when we move on to the roller coasters. This is a hard spot. So the 7 after this are the big 7, which are like the main sort of roller coasters of the park. But this spot was hard. So there are 3 other roller coasters alongside the big 7, which are sort of more family rides. And this one, so it was between Spinball Wizard or Runaway Mine Train. In the end, I had to give it to the Runaway Mine Train. It's just better. The Spinball Wizard may be faster, maybe taller, and more intense, but it's rough. I just don't like it. I've never liked Spinball Wizard. Runaway Mine Train's a bit of a classic. It was opened in 1992, and it is a Mack family powered mine train. Which weaves around Katangi Canyon, has great interaction with the Congo River Rapids through a tunnel, goes around the circuit twice, sometimes even 3 times. It's just a really fun family roller coaster. So yeah, number 8 is the Runaway Mine Train. Alright, so number 7, as I said before, this is where we start to get onto the big rides. So in our number 7 spot, I have put Rita, formerly known as Rita Queen of Speed. Opened in 2005. It's an intermittent launch coaster, or an intermittent accelerator, 0 to 61 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds. It's just not really a fun ride, is it? I mean, if they added lap bars on this thing, I feel like I'd rate it a lot higher, because you just get no airtime on it at the moment. You hit your head on the side. It's quite rough. It's just not fun. But I had to put it here because it's the worst of the big coasters. It just feels like a filler attraction. Yeah, it's located in the Dark Forest section of the park. Yeah, so Rita, formerly known as Rita Queen of Speed, is number 7. Okay, so the next coaster is the other coaster, which is in the Dark Forest area of Alton Towers. This is 13. Now, 13 is an Intamin family coaster, which opened in 2009 and was the world's first roller coaster to have a vertical drop track in it. Apart from that, it's just a mediocre family ride. It's quite fun. I like the theming's really nice. It goes through the forest, that's good. It's just that it should have been so much more. I think everyone could agree there. They hyped it up so much, and I didn't get much from it. But it does its job as a family coaster. However, it's got a darker theme, which is slightly odd. There's another coaster just like that at Thorpe Park, but I don't think we want to talk about that one. So yeah, 13 Intamin family coaster opened in 2009 is number 6. Okay, so in our number 5 spot, I have put the Smiler. Now, some people may be disappointed about this and should be thinking it should be higher. For me, I feel like this is the fine spot for it. It's an alright roller coaster, but just as like Rita, I think this would benefit so much more from having lap bars. It's getting really rough. Every time I ride it, I find that I'm hitting my head on the side, especially on the last few barrel rolls. It's getting quite unbearable now. It's becoming like sore. But yeah, this is a Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster opened in 2013. It breaks the world record for having 14 inversions, which is the most inversions on any ride in the world. So it's alright. The theming is really good, very unique. Just the roller coaster itself is beautiful to watch off-ride, get really great shots of it. But going on it, because sometimes I've had okay rides on it. Sometimes you're lucky. I think if you sit more at the front, I've never actually been able to sit on the front row. For some reason, they always put us at the back. But apparently, if you sit on the front, it's a bit smoother. I don't know. I'm yet to try that. Next time I go, I will try and get a front row. But yeah, Smiler, Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster 2013. 14 inversions. I've put it at number 5. Okay, so number 4, I have put the ride formerly known as Air, which opened in 2002, which is a B&M flying coaster, the first B&M flying coaster in the world, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Designed once again by the legendary John Wardley. I think this is a really, really fun ride. It's the only flying coaster in the UK. We're lucky to have it. It's really good. It's less about element after element. It's more about just giving you that feeling that you are flying, and it really does do that. There's this one really good moment on it where you're lying on your back for like 4 seconds and just staring up into the sky. You actually pull some G's on that. Some people say it doesn't have any forces. It does have some, but it's not as good as the ones to come. But yeah, so in 2016, Air was rethemed to Galactica, which is themed to like futuristic space travel, and you're in like these space shuttles and you fly through this really nice portal, which is a good theming piece. It also added VR, which was awful in my opinion, which really did affect the ride, but don't worry, because they've got rid of that now. But it's still themed to Galactica, so I think it's quite a good ride, but it's not as good as what wants to come. So yeah, number 4 is Galactica. So number 3 has gone to the other roller coaster in the X sector area alongside the Smiler. This is Oblivion. Don't look down. Oblivion is a B&M dive coaster. It's actually the first ever Beluga and Mavillard dive coaster in the world, opening in 1998 to international praise and excitement for this coaster. It was a very big thing when it opened. It may just be a vertical drop and then a bank turn, and that's it. It may not be as good as some others that are open now in the world, but this thing still packs a punch. For me personally, that drop gets me every time. It's got the best drop that I've ever been on a coaster. It's 65 foot tall, however the drop is 180 feet, I believe. The tunnel is so deep, it's ridiculous when you get down to the bottom. About 68 miles per hour, being the fastest roller coaster in the park, third fastest in the world. No, not the world, the UK, sorry. Third fastest in the UK, behind Stealth and the big one. And yeah, Oblivion is my number 3. Let's get on to number 2. Alright, so my number 2 spot. This is a difficult bit for most people, because ever since the opening of the new coaster last year, some people's opinions have changed on the top roller coaster of Alton Towers, but mine hasn't. Number 2 goes to Wicker Man. This is a GCI wooden coaster opening last year, 2018. This is located in Mutiny Bay. It's the only roller coaster in Mutiny Bay, and it replaced the Flume. Now it's got incredible theming, really nice effects, and marketed as the world's most immersive roller coaster, I believe. As pre-showed amazing, queue lines beautiful, the roller coaster itself, and that massive Wicker Man effigy. Big Bob is looking good, I've got to say it. But yeah, Wicker Man is the first wooden coaster to be built in the UK in 30 years, was it? I believe, after Megaphobia, and people love it. Some people say it's better than my number 1, but for me, it isn't. So, number 1 just edges Wicker Man, and this is the beast since 1994. Europe's first B&M inverted coaster, Nemesis. Now, when I think of Alton Towers, I think of Nemesis. This is the roller coaster that is the icon for Alton Towers, located in Forbidden Valley. As soon as you enter Forbidden Valley, you can just hear that roar of the train thundering through these valleys, through rocks, through tunnels, through caves, down a waterfall. It's just amazing, the whole roller coaster. It's not the longest, but it sure packs a punch, and it is so intense. Even to this day, it keeps up with some of the newer, bigger roller coasters out there. It's still rated one of the best in the world, although it may not be anymore. I mean, it's so iconic, it's so good. John Wardley really hit the nail on the coffin with this. Number 1 is Nemesis. So there we have it, that's my list. I have put Nemesis as number 1, so I'll quickly run through it again. Number 10 was Jewel, the Haunted House. Number 9 was Hex, Legend of the Towers. Number 8 was a Runaway Mine Train. Number 7 was Rita. Number 6 was 13. Number 5 was The Smiler. Number 4 was Galactica. Number 3 was Oblivion. Second was Wicker Man, and first place was Nemesis. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, tap the bell icon so you never miss an upload. At the moment I'm uploading about once a week or once every 2 weeks, so stay tuned for my next video, which will be next weekend. Also, feel free to leave your opinions in the comments on what you think top 10 rides are at Alton Towers. I'm really interested to see what everyone else thinks, because the opinions are all so different. But yeah, I've been Chaos Coasters UK. Goodbye.